to a comfortable position here. You may want to sit on a pillow or a bolster. I'm just going to turn my phone up here. So find a comfortable seat in your meditation pose. So we want the lower body to be relaxed. We want to feel the rising of the spine. Stay relaxed through the shoulders. We'll start just with our hands resting on our laps. And so this practice of the breath of life yoga is yin plus yang, or as I was saying, we should call it yang plus yin, because we're going to start with the yang energy. So just a little basic review of the yin and yang energies. Hatha yoga, the traditional form of yoga, means sun-moon yoga. It's all one word. This sums up the essence of yoga is union. Where we think there is duality, we understand and experience things as dual or separate. They're actually one and the same, like the Tao symbol of the yin yang. It's more like this fluid wave of light with a speck of dark, and then the wave of dark with a speck of light. It's this constant flow and flux of energies. And so the solar energy, the warming, heating, active energy, is the yang. And so we're going to start our practice with some powerful breath work and vinyasa flow. And then for the yin element, which is the lunar energy, the more calming, cooling, receptive, intuitive. We're going to come into a nice, gentle, more restorative yin practice to honor that element. So starting yang, solar energy, we're going to get hot, and then cooling down, calming, and soothing it. So let's start here. We're going to start with our left hand over the heart space and right fingertips lightly touching the earth beside you, so grounding down through the fingertips. And I invite you to close your eyes. Feel the beating of the heart and start to take some deep, full breaths of life. Just let your awareness completely follow the path of the inhale and the exhale. As you give yourself space and time now to really relax into yourself, into your body, into whatever is happening in your energy in this moment. So just watch these waves of breath. Allow yourself to ground to the earth, feel the support of the earth beneath you. Notice the energy inside you, the energies surrounding you. And just see if after a few conscious waves of inhalation and exhalation, things start to settle a little bit inside. Maybe they will, or maybe things are really active and moving. Just witnessing and noticing everything from a compassionate place. Inhale, exhale. And then feeling really connected to yourself, to the very core and center of your heart. Listening inside for your heart to speak to you, maybe to whisper to you an intention, a sacred intention for this time of practice. Maybe it'll come as a whisper, maybe it's louder than a whisper. Just take a moment here to listen in and allow a sacred intention to form. Maybe in a word, a short phrase, a symbol. And give some life and energy to that intention. You can repeat it silently inside 3 times with the inner voice. You can visualize it, visualize yourself manifesting that intention, whatever works for you. But plant that seed in consciousness. Remembering that energy follows intention. Whatever intention you set is going to guide the energy flow of your practice and all that you will receive, all that you will emit. A deep, full breath. Letting the eyes open up here. We can keep the legs as they are. Maybe rest the hands for a moment on your lap. And we'll start with a pranayama exercise. Pranayama means the regulation of the life force energy. So we're going to work with a breath that's a version of Bhastrika breath, or the bellows breath. And it's a powerful breath, a pumping movement with the arms and also with the breath itself. We inhale, reaching our arms forward. My palms are facing up. The arms are parallel to the ground. The inhalation comes in through the nostrils. And then as we exhale, we bring the hands into fists by the sides of the waist, and we blow the breath out through the mouth. So we inhale in through the nose, arms reach forward, and then exhale, blow the breath out, and hug the fists in toward the sides of the waist. You want your spine to stay nice and tall. We're not extending and contracting through the spine. So inhale forward with the arms, exhale, hands into fists, blow the breath out. Let's do this for 30 seconds together. So inhale, exhale. Inhaling lots of positive, powerful prana into your body, and the exhalations, letting go of tensions, toxins, stresses, whatever you don't need. If you like, start the breath nice and slow, and then slowly pick up the pace. Already feel warming up here. Keep going, 10 more seconds. 3 more times, inhaling, exhaling. Then one more time, place your left hand over your heart space, right fingertips ground to the earth. Close the eyes and take 3 deep, full breaths here. Breaths of integration. And just notice what's happening inside you. You feel a little more movement of energy inside the body, a little more heat activating, some yang energy waking up. Following all the way through to the third inhalation and exhalation through the nostrils. Purifying to warm the body. Let's release any pillow or bolster out to the side now. And we're going to ground our hands on our mat. Walk the knees back here. So we're going to come into our tabletop posture. Knees are tracked beneath our hips. Our wrists are tracked right beneath our elbows and our shoulders. Little inward rotation of the arms here so the eyeballs of the elbows face each other. Have a look down at the space between your hands and then lift up your right knee off the ground and shake that right leg back behind you. Shake some tensions away from the hip joint, the knee joint, the ankle, and the toe joints. And then ground that right knee down. Let's do the same with the left leg. Shake it away. Shake it back behind you. Shaking tensions from the hip joint all the way to the toe joints. And then ground it back down here. And taking a few deep, full breaths, let's just sway our hips from side to side. And just see where the edge is so you really feel some intensity of stretch or some sensation opening up in the outer contours of your hips. One more time, just sway those hips side to side. And then coming into center. Let's inhale right where we are. And then as we exhale, we're going to point the tailbone toward the earth, put the belly right up toward the spine. Back of the heart lifts toward the sky and bow the head down toward the earth in our rounded cat pose. Inhale, we're going to point the tailbone to the sky. Relax the belly toward the earth. Look forward and slightly upward and smile into the extension of the cow pose. Exhale, rounding deep now into cat pose. Continue to exhale and sit your way back toward your heels. Buttocks toward the heels. Arms keep reaching forward. Inhale, keep your heart slow and low to the ground. We're going to move our way forward and back up through the arms and into the cow pose. Exhale, rounding deep into cat. Feel the space opening up between the vertebrae of the spine. Then inhale, we're going to extend and arch into cow pose. Exhale, rounding deep. Once you feel as round as you can be through the spine, keep exhaling and sit your way back. Buttocks toward the heels. Then one more time, inhale, keep the torso low to the earth, move through the upper arms with the torso and rise up into your pelvis. Exhale, let's round deep, curling the toes under. Lift your knees off the mat. Let the sitting bones reach up high toward the sky. Ground your heels toward the earth. And as you ground the heels toward the earth, feel most of the weight of the body coming to the backs of the legs. Let's come into dancing the dog for a moment here, pedaling with the feet. Upper body stays nice and still, waking up the energy in the backs of the legs, awakening through the root. And then grounding the heels down. Let's walk our feet back a few baby steps. So bring a wider stance between your feet and your hands. As we inhale, keep the toes grounded to the earth. We're going to inhale, shift the weight of the body forward, lower the hips down, keep them a few inches off the ground. Elevate through the heart and look up into a version of upward facing dog, sky facing dog. Exhale, shifting the hips back up toward the sky, ground your heels toward the earth, into downward facing dog. And again, inhale, lower the hips toward the ground, rise through your heart, gaze up, opening through the throat, soft through the face, exhale it back. 2 more times. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, the upward facing dog, and exhale into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Continue to wake up energy and heat through the body. One last. Inhale. Look to the sky. Exhale. Heart faces the earth. Beautiful. Let's walk our feet forward now, step by step. We're going to walk towards the front of the mat, keeping the feet at hips width distance here. Soften a little bit through the knees. Make sure the weight of the body is centered in the soles of the feet. And then start by just holding on to either elbow. Let the head relax towards the earth. Take a breath here. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. If you like, you can straighten your legs a little bit more without walking your knees. And maybe lower the hands down if the hands will plant on the earth. You can stay here with the hands in front of the feet, or tuck the hands under the feet for Padahastasana, a more intense version of forward fold. Let's take 2 more breaths right where you are, whether you're holding your elbows, palms are on the ground, or hands are underneath the feet. The powerful energy moving up from the earth into the legs, into the lower body. Feel a sweet surrender through the upper body. And then liberate the hands from under the feet, or let go of your elbows here, arms hanging loosely down toward the ground. Inhale, sit back with the buttocks like you're sitting on a chair. Exhale, straightening through the legs. Slowly start to uncurl. Vertebra by vertebra. Rising up to standing. And walk a little bit more forward on your mat. We want to have just a little bit of space between our toes and the front edge. And just for a moment, face your palms forward. Feel an opening through your heart and through your lung space. Chin stays parallel to the ground here. Close the eyes and enjoy a breath. Standing tall in Tadasana. Here I am in this moment, in this body, in this breath, in this energy. Feeling the powerful dynamics of the stable, majestic mountain. Then we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up toward the sky, palms together, upward salute or high prayer. And then exhale, hands together just in front of the heart space, Namaste or Jali Mudra. Let's begin some sun salutations. You're going to inhale, bend the knees, point the fingers toward the earth. Keep inhaling, straighten through the legs, reach the arms up, open the arms wide into a V shape, spread the fingers. Exhale, palms join together. We're going to hinge from the hips, bend the elbows, dive your weight forward through the central axis, into your forward fold. Have a look at your knees. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Fingertips rest on the shins. Look maybe a foot forward beyond your toes. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply. Plant your hands beside your feet. Walk 1 foot at a time, far back, to let your body settle into plank pose. Shoulders grounding down through the wrists. Hips in line with shoulders and heels. Inhale deeply here. Hug your belly muscles toward your spine. Exhale, knees ground to the earth, tops of the feet to the mat, and slowly shift the hips forward and lower slowly the front body to the earth until your forehead touches the mat. Elbows hugging. Inhale, we're going to rise into just a light cobra, Bhujangasana. Hugging the elbows in, feel a nice curve through the spine. Exhale, lower halfway down to the belly and ribcage touch. Curl the toes under, come back toward your knees. And then let's press the sitting bones up toward the sky and press the heels down towards the earth. In our downward facing dog. Let's inhale now, lifting your right foot off the mat, sweep that right leg up toward the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the right hip toward the sky, feel a deep opening through your right side body. Inhale, raise that right leg back up. Now as we exhale, we're going to do a version of flying pigeon. So we exhale, swinging that right leg forward, bring your right knee toward your left elbow. Inhale, swing the leg back up toward the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring that right knee forward toward the chest. Inhale again, sweep the leg up. And then exhale, we're going to swing the knee forward toward the right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, let's swing that right foot forward and plant the foot between the hands. Runner stretch, then lower the left knee to the ground, toes point. Inhale, rise off the mat, palms together. Reach forward and up toward the sky. Slight back bend here as the heart rises toward the sun. Exhale, diving and plunging forward. Palms flat on the ground beside that front foot. Curl the toes under with the left foot. Lift the knee off the ground. You might want to lift the hips up too and just bring the right foot back to meet the left foot back in Balasana. Plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees to the earth, tops of the feet to the mat, and slowly slither the front body down. Hugging the elbows in toward the sides, and forehead lightly kisses the mat. Inhale, we rise into our cobra. Keep reaching back through your legs, feel the heart lifting you up. Exhale, lower halfway down, curl the toes under. We sit first toward the knees, and then we rise back up into downward facing dog. Take a breath, savor it here, full body stretch. Inhaling now. Lift that left foot off the mat. Sweep it up behind you. 3-legged dog on the opposite side. Exhale, we're going to bend that left knee. Open the left hip to the sky. Big opening into the left side body. Inhale. Shift back up to center. Exhale, we're going to swing that left leg forward. Bring the left knee towards the right elbow. Inhale, left leg back up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, swing the leg forward. Bring the knee toward the chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee towards the left elbow. Stay strong through the core. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing that leg forward. Plant the foot between the hands. Right knee grounds, toes point up. Inhale, rise up. Palms together. We reach forward. We reach toward the heavens. We lean back slightly. Heart light rising toward the sunlight. Exhale, dive forward. Palms to the earth. We're going to curl the toes under with the right foot. Lift the knee off the ground. Lift your hips. And bring the left foot back to meet the right. Find your plank pose here. Heels reaching back, crown reaching forward. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the mat, tops of the feet to the earth, and slowly slope it down. Forehead touches the mat. Inhale, let's rise into another cobra. Maybe going a little higher this time if that feels good. Exhale, halfway down. Toes curl under. Coming to the knees first and then up into a beautiful downward dog. Hips rising, heels grounding. Take a breath here. Deep inhale, full exhale. Now inhale, we're going to rise onto the balls of our feet. Have a look at that space between your hands. Exhale, engaging through the core, bend your knees, and hop forward. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Inhale, rise into your halfway lift. Nice tall spine activated. Exhale, fold. Softening into Uttanasana. Inhale now, bend through the knees, sit back with the buttocks. Exhale, straightening through the legs, and slowly uncurl. One vertebra at a time. Inhaling now, once you're looking forward, sweep up into a sun breath, palms together, looking up, high prayer. And then exhale back to the heart space. Routing the thumbs in at the sternum. Take a couple of breaths here, closing the eyes. Noticing sensations in the body, noticing increased movement of energy and heat. Embracing the yang energy, nice and active and warming. Solar energy. Now, another version of Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Inhale, bend the knees, point the fingers to the earth. Reach up, straighten through the legs, open the arms into the V shape. Exhale, palms together. Dive down through center. Into forward fold. Look at the knees. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Bend your knees, plant your hands. You can step one foot at a time back or hop back into plank. Inhale, we engage through the core. Exhale, this time, if you like, you can bend the elbows and just slowly lower your front body to the ground. Belly touches, forehead touches, toes reach back. Inhale, we rise into cobra. Feel that natural curve being created through the spine. Exhale, we're halfway down. Curl the toes under. Sitting back toward the knees. And then elevate back up into your downward facing dog. Let's inhale here. We're going to reach our right leg back and up behind us. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that right knee. Open the right hip to the sky. And then inhale back up to center. This time as we exhale, we're just going to swing that right leg forward, plant the foot between the hands, and stay in our runner's lunge. So your front foot is about hip width distance to your back foot for the most stability. Then we're going to inhale, lift your fingers off the mat, strong through the core, and sweep your arms up. Arms are parallel to one another, palms facing in towards center. You want to have that right knee over the right ankle. Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, reach the arms back. Then inhale, we're going to sweep our arms forward and up toward the sky. Exhale back. Make big circles through space with your hands and your arms. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Then inhale, back up to center. Exhale, diving forward. Plant the hands. Bring the right foot back to meet the left. Plank. Inhale deep. Engage your core. Exhale, lower down to the earth. Forehead touching, toes reaching back. Let's inhale, sweep the chin forward. Start to rise with the upper body into the noble cobra. Exhale, halfway down. Belly and ribcage touch. We curl the toes under, come to the knees, and then sweep the body back up into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. A moment of integration. Inhaling now, we're going to sweep our left leg back and up toward the sky. Exhale, bend that left knee, open the left hip up toward the ceiling or the sky. Inhale, back up to center, three-legged dog. Exhale, we're going to swing our left foot forward now. Plant the foot between the hands. Maybe rise up onto the fingertips. We're going to stay in runner's lunge. Front foot, hips width distance to the back foot. Inhale, slowly rise. Sweep it up with the arms. Palms face each other. Bend a little more maybe into that left knee so it's above the ankle. Inhale, reaching high. Feel a lift through your side body. Exhale, arms reach back. Inhale, forward with the arms and up toward the sky. Exhale, making big, beautiful circles through space with your arms. One more time. And then inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward. Plant the hands here. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Back into your plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbow. Slowly lower down to the earth. Forehead touching. Toes reaching up. Inhale. Rise to shoulders stay heavy. Exhale, lower halfway down. Curl the toes under. Sit to the knees and rise back up. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep full breaths here. Let's close the eyes. Feel your way all through your body. From the palms up to the sitting bones. From the sitting bones down through the heels. Breathing deep here. If ever you want to cool off a little bit, you can inhale in through the nose and blow the breath out through the nose. Let's inhale, elevate up into the balls of the feet, look to the space between your hands. Exhale, bend the knees and hop your way forward. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Straighten through the legs, rise up into halfway lift, fingers resting on the shins for support. Exhale, fold, soften down into Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, sit back with the buttocks. Exhale, straighten legs. Upper body stays heavy, slowly rising up. Once you're looking forward, inhale, sweep it up toward the sky. Palms actively pressed together. And then exhale, bend the elbows, bring the palms, praying palms in front of the heart space, rounding the thumbs into the sternum, and take a breath here. Now, how am I feeling? Everything's consistently shifting, changing. Where am I at now? Maybe you want to keep going. We have just a few more minutes of yang. Maybe you're already ready to go down into a child pose. Do what you feel, honor your body. We'll do one more version of sun salutation. Let's inhale now. Bend through the knees. As we exhale, we're going to swing our arms forward and up. Arms are parallel to one another in Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, palms come together here. And then exhale, bring the hands just in front of the heart. Inhale where you are at center. As you exhale, start to twist your upper body to the right. Poke the left elbow just on the outer edge of the thigh above the knee into the twisting, standing prayer pose through chair. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist the upper body to the left. Poke the right elbow to the outer edge of the thigh. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you straighten through the legs, open the arms into that V shape. Exhale, palms together. And dive down through center into Uttanasana. Inhale, come to the halfway lift. Nice tall spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step or hop back. Here we are again in plank pose. Inhale, belly hugs toward the spine. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. So maybe we bend the elbows, lower the body down toward the earth, hover here, and then swing the body forward and up, come onto the tops of the feet here. Exhaling, roll over the toes, hips to the sky, heels round to the down dog. Inhale, we're going to raise our right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that right knee, open the right hip to the sky. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. And then exhale, swing that right leg forward. Plant it between the hands. Come onto your fingertips. Let's swivel, left heel down, rounding down through the outer edge of the left leg. Feeling nice and stable here. We inhale. Engage the belly muscles toward the spine. Rise up. We're going to sweep our arms up, palms together. And then exhale, bend a little more into that right knee. Feel it moving in the direction of the second toe. Inhale again, reaching up in Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Then we're going to swing our right arm underneath the left. Wrap the arms around each other for Garudasana arms, eagle arms. Inhale. Arms reaching. Exhale, lower the arms down so the elbows are in front of the heart and bow forward. Let that right shoulder come just above the knee and take a breath here. Breathing from your center. Inhale, back up to center. Release the arms, swing them up, and then exhale, dive them forward. Lift off that back heel from your stretch. Bring your right foot back to meet the left in plank. Inhale, belly to spine. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Bend the elbows, lower towards the earth, and then rise into up dog on the tops of the feet. Exhale, hips and buttocks rise, roll over the toes, hips to the sky, heels to the earth, down dog. And a breath. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open the left hip to the sky, deep stretch through the left side body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, swing that left leg forward, plant the foot between the hands. We're going to swivel our right heel down, rounding down to the outer edge of that back leg. In, rise up. Sun breath, palms together. Exhale, bend into that left knee, moving in the direction of the second toe for greatest alignment. Inhale, we reach up. As we exhale now, we're going to swing our left arm under the right. Maybe the palms come together. Maybe you interlace the fingers. Eagle arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Feel an opening of space for the back of the heart. Exhale, elbows down in front of the heart space, and slowly bow forward. Left shoulder just above the left knee, breathing from center. Take a breath. Strengthening here, lots of yang energy happening. Inhale, rise up, release the arms, swing it up to sun breath. Exhaling, diving forward, lift off that back heel. Plant the hands here, bring the left foot back to meet the right. Back into plank, inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, lower towards the earth. Swing the body forward, rise to the heart. Round through the tops of the feet. Exhale, roll over the toes. Sitting bones rising. Heels descending. Closing our eyes for 3 breaths. Where is the breath wanting to travel most in your body right now? Where is it going? What does it look like in the body? Does it have a color, a texture, a quality? Follow the breath. Wherever it's going inside you, however it shows up, you're feeling it to be a gift, a perfect gift. Third inhale and exhale here. Let's inhale now, rise to the balls of the feet, look to the space between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, engage the core, and a little frog hop forward, big toes touching, feel slightly apart. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, softening into Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back with the buttocks. Exhale, straighten through the legs. Slowly uncurling, rising up. Once you're gazing forward, arms float out to the sides, up toward the sky. And then palms together in front of the heart space. Rounding the thumbs in at the sternum here. Let's walk the feet out a little wider than hips distance apart. Soften your arms by your sides. Palms can face forward, or let the palms just face in towards the outer edges of your thighs. Relax into the knees, so soften the knees here. Soften into the pelvic bowl. Feeling a lift through the heart, closing the eyes. And letting yourself just flow through 5 circular breaths. No pauses between inhalations and exhalations, keeping it really fluid. Taking a moment just to check in. How am I feeling now? What's going on in my body? Where's my mind going? What's the mind space feel like? Which emotions have been awakened through these movements, through this heat? What is the light of the sun wanting to shine on for me here and illuminate? All we need to do is just breathe and watch and listen all the way through to the 5th inhale and exhale. Before we move to the yin portion of the practice, let's keep our feet a little wider than hips distance apart. We're going to come into the breath of joy. So soften a little more into your knees. You can watch me first for 1 round. It's like conducting a symphony. We inhale, we bend the knees, straighten the legs, and reach our arms forward. Inhale again, bend the knees, straighten the legs, and reach your arms out to the sides. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, and reach your arms up toward the heavens. And then when we exhale, we bend the knees, we release the arms powerfully through the legs. Ha! And you're going to give it a sound. Maybe it's a breath. Maybe it's a sound. Ha! Whatever it is, basically what we're doing in this breath, we're opening to greater and greater joy here in every dimension on the inhales. And on the exhale, we're letting go of anything that squashes our joy. Let it go. So let's do a few rounds together. Softening into the knees. A hummingbird just come by. It's joyful. Inhale, arms forward. Inhale to the sides. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, 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 release. Keep going. And smile. Very important. 2 more times. Inhale, release. 1 more. Make it big, full of energy, and release. Ha. Beautiful. Okay, let's sit for a moment on your mat now. And shift the buttocks to one side, straighten the legs forward. Coming into Dandasana for a moment. So heels reaching forward, toes reaching back towards us. Let's just inhale, sweeping our arms up toward the sky, arms parallel to one another. And then as we exhale, dive forward. We're going to start to slow down, cool down a little bit, coming into some restorative yin. Let's rest our head toward the knees for a moment here and take 3 deep, full breaths. Let the breath fill every part of the back body, filling the backs of your legs, filling every part of the spine and the muscles in the back. Let's feel a nice heaviness through the shoulders. And just noticing, are you holding your head up still, or has it dropped and surrendered? Let's see if we can surrender here. And 1 more breath. And as you inhale, open the eyes, have a look towards your toes, reach forward and up toward the sky. As we exhale, we're going to ground our hands behind us. Fingers are pointing forward. Our wrists are right beneath our elbows and shoulders. Inhale, look to your toes, and as you exhale, lift your buttocks off the mat. Start to ground the balls of the feet and the toes toward the earth. Hips rising, heart rising. If it feels really sweet, surrender the head back. Take a couple of breaths here in the upward plank. Big opening with the front body toward the vast sky. Then have a look forward toward your navel. Inhale and exhale, slowly coming down. Release your hands, peel them off the mat. Just shake the arms out. Shaking tensions away from your shoulders through the finger joints. So let's come into our first yin posture. This is where you might want to have a pillow or a couple of pillows. It's up to you. So we're going to start into what's called Child of the Universe pose. We want to have our knees a good distance apart, more toward the outer edges of our mat. Big toes are touching back behind us. And first, just let your buttocks sit down toward your heels. Not everyone's buttocks go to the heels. You can also have a pillow here to begin between the heels and the buttocks. Then we're going to slowly bring our hands forward. This is where you can have a bolster or a pillow just between the inner knees and the inner thighs. We're going to walk our hands forward and slowly feel the front body descending and lowering towards the earth. For this posture, we're going to have our hands and our arms in a V shape, so you feel a greater opening through the heart and lungs. You can rest the forehead down here right at center, or rest the head to one side. You can either keep the forearms off the ground, keep some energy moving through the arms, or lower the forearms to the ground. Settling in, letting the bolster or pillows become a best friend. Supporting you, softening, letting you relax in here. We're going to stay in each of our yin postures for about 2 to 3 minutes. So I invite you to close your eyes and just watch your breath as your body enters into the pose. There's a saying in Yin Yoga that we don't use our body to enter into the pose really. We allow the posture to help us enter into our bodies. You just notice how this Child of the Universe pose is letting you settle into yourself, maybe in a new way. You can allow the breathing to become longer, the inhales and exhales, maybe slower, a little deeper, without forcing the breath. Just allowing. Allowing each inhale, allowing each exhale. If ever you need to shift the body a little bit, feel free to do that. We always want to find a certain edge where we're not pushing ourselves too much. We don't feel like I have to breathe through this pain. No, it's important to breathe through discomfort with the discomfort of growth and opening up. But if there's pain, then shift your posture. Maybe bring the arms in a little more, bring a pillow under the buttocks. Let's find a sweet spot here in the pose and just stay and dwell there for a little longer. Breath by breath, things may change a little bit. Just noticing how easy or how difficult it is for you to let go into the earth holding you. Do you resist that holding? What is it that you trust that you're able to let go into here? Or what does that resistance feel like? I'm just going to give space to everything here and allow the heart to soften more and more, breath by breath. Continue for another minute in our child posture. Remembering here in the pose as it brings us into ourselves and our body and our mind and our heart and spirit. We're being called to remember that we are all children of the universe, daughters and sons of the universe. And as such, we are loved, we are safe, we are blessed. Opening back, what do you feel here as you open, remembering that you are a beloved child of the universe? Breathing deep. You may be smiling. Anytime we smile, we soften the face, we soften our entire body, and our nervous system gets to sigh. Let's take 3 more long, deep, slow breaths here. You can relax a little deeper through the spinal column, through the shoulders, relax a little more through the jaw, through all the facial muscles, all the way to the third inhale and exhale. And even if it's hard to get out of this pose, we want to peel ourselves off any bolsters or pillows, walk the hands back for the knees. Release the bolster or pillows out to the side. And we're going to rise up slowly into tabletop pose. Let's shake gently one leg at a time back behind us again. Shaking out some energy if you had any discomfort in the feet or the ankles. Have a look down at the space between your hands, and then very slowly, let's make some circles clockwise through space with our hips. Stay with a nice, fluid wave of breath moving through the body. Gentle movement here. Next inhale, change the direction of the circle of your hips through space, and moving the hips counterclockwise. And then coming to center. We're going to walk our knees back just a few baby steps. Inhale where we are, and then as we exhale, start to shift the hips forward, bend the elbows, and softly let the front body lower to the earth. The hands are just by the sides of the upper ribs, forehead touching the mat here. And take a moment just to relax with the front body resting on the ground. So relaxing the toes and the tops of the feet, allowing relaxation to move through your shins and kneecaps and thighs and hips. And a real sweet softening through the belly and rib cage and into the heart space and all down into the shoulders and neck, all through the face and head. Relax, front body resting to the earth. And then just stay relaxed through the legs here, soften the buttocks so we're not clenching the buttocks. We're going to inhale, sweep the chin forward. And start to rise up into a gentle cobra and then ground your forearms on the mat. And so we can start here with our elbows right beneath our shoulders. There's some space between the fingers here, and the hands are just lightly resting on the earth. Have a look forward in Sphinx posture, chin parallel to the ground. And then closing the eyes. So this is our next posture, nice and supported here. If already this feels like too much of a back bend, too much of a curve through the spine, then maybe walk the hands and forearms forward. So that's going to decrease the curve through your spine. Or if you have a pillow, you can rest the pillow also just underneath the torso. This is supported. This is more restorative through the yin. So gentle. We're entering into this lunar energy, calming, cooling, receptive, intuitive. To support your body here, we're going to stay here for 2 more minutes, watching the breath, witnessing what happens inside of you as you dwell in this. We close our eyes for engaging what's called pratyahara, with the elements of the 8 limbs of yoga. This means going within, releasing our focus on the external world, all the stimulations, all the distractions, and entering into your own personal internal universe. Just witnessing yourself here. This is what helps us enter into deep meditation and the possibility of experiencing what's called samadhi, the ultimate state of union and bliss. When we remember deeply, truly, truth of who we are. This is the ultimate yoga. Oneness. So just witness here. What do you see with your inner eyes, with your inner gaze? What shows up as you breathe in this posture, as this posture opens the gates and the doors and the windows into you? Feeling the place of context between your body and the ground beneath you. Feeling the pull of gravity supporting you into the earth's support. Feel your heart rising. The heart rise up toward the crown of the head rise up toward the sun. Just see here in the next 45 minutes. 45 seconds, it will stay in the pose. 45 minutes could be way too long. We're going to soften even deeper into our face. Starting with your forehead. See if you can relax the forehead a little deeper here, smoothing out any creases of worries, care, and concern. Inviting the whole forehead area, the flesh of the forehead area to become smooth like silk. Allow the relaxation to move through your eyebrows, into the eyeballs and eyelids, and even the eyelashes relax. Softening down through the nose, the bridge of the nose, into each nostril. And then feeling a sweet relaxation through both of the cheekbones. Extending the relaxation into the gums and teeth, and tongue, the lips. Deep down into your whole jaw. See if the jaw can just soften. A little space between your upper teeth and lower teeth. Until you feel your whole face at ease. Relaxed space. And a light smile. 3 more breaths. Yeah, different sensations popping up to say hello. Witness them come, witness them go. And then slowly, you can walk your hands back toward your elbows where release any pillows from under you. And just lower the front body to the ground here, forehead touching the mat. Bending one knee at a time, bringing the lower legs up toward the sky, and we're going to reach back and just grab hold of the outer edges of the feet if you can. Bending the elbows, and just see if you can bring the heels of the feet a little toward the buttocks, so a nice stretch through the quad muscles. And then release the legs back down. Okay, now we're going to rest our arms in front of us here, hand over hand. This is going to be a nice rest for the forehead. Let's bring our inner legs together now. We're going to prepare for Spider-Man or Spider-Woman pose. So what we're going to do here, we're going to start with our right leg. We're going to start to bend the right knee, slide your right knee out to the side here so that the upper leg is perpendicular to the torso and the lower leg, the shin, is parallel to the opposite leg. We just want to relax the ankle and the foot. And in this posture, we want to lift the head to the right, so rest the left temple onto your hands here. We're going to spend just a minute here, bringing a nice sweet opening into that right hip area. So closing the eyes, settling in. Just noticing if you need to shift your body to be in a very comfortable, supported posture here. But make sure you feel some of that opening into the right side of the groin and the end thigh and into the hip. As you breathe deep with the front body resting on the ground, feel the lungs filling with prana, with life force, with breath, which causes the contraction of the diaphragm muscle and the belly to rise and press into the earth. Now we exhale, get your belly relaxed toward the spine, causing a relaxation through the diaphragm muscle, and then just a nice emptying out carbon dioxide and any other toxins through the lungs and out. Follow these waves of breath. You can either stay focusing on the waves of breath moving through the upper body, or dive your awareness down, especially into and around the right hip socket. What is living here? What's becoming awakened deep in the connective tissue and the fascia here as you hold and breathe? Become aware of any thoughts that come up, any memories, any emotions. With space to it all. 3 more breaths here. Letting go into the ground beneath you, breath by breath. After the third inhalation and exhalation, you'll slowly bring that right leg back to the left, slide along the ground here. Bring the head back into center. Take a moment just to center here, and then slowly, when you're ready, start to bend the left. Bring the left leg out to the side. So now it's the left upper leg that comes perpendicular to the torso, the body. Lower leg parallel to where the right leg is now. Relax through the ankle and through the foot and toes of that left leg. And then let your head roll over, looking to the left side. So right temple rests on the hands, the pillow of your hands here. And breathing. We'll stay a minute here. So you can relax the shoulders. Maybe the shoulders are hunched up toward your ears. So shoulders nice and relaxed. Settling into how this posture feels. Not assuming it's going to feel the same as the opposite side. Breathing deep. Belly pressing into the earth as you inhale and fill with prana, breath. And then exhale, letting go. Letting yourself deeply, deeply surrender. Where does your attention want to go? Fully on the breath and the waves of breath moving through the ocean of the body. With your attention drawn like a magnet into and around the left hip socket. And exactly where you're feeling the stretch the most. Trust yourself. Trust the wisdom of the body guiding you here to whatever your experience is. 20 more seconds. Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. Just let go of anything you don't need. On the exhale, taking in fresh, new, pure, beautiful energy on each inhale. The inhalation in Sanskrit is called Brahman, creative energy. Brahman is the creator God. So every inhale is new creative energy coming into you, filling you, and all 30 billion or more of itself. One more breath here. Deep inhale, exhale. And slowly we're going to slide that left leg back to the right. Come to center here. Let's release the hands from being on top of each other. Bring the hands to the sides of the body, body upper lip. Let's open up a little space between the legs so our knees and ankles are hips distance apart. And let's inhale, sweeping forward with the chin, rising up into cobra. And then exhale, lower halfway down. Curl the toes under, sit toward your knees. Let the buttocks just rise toward the sky for a moment here in a little puppy pose stretch. Let the head rest between the upper arms. And take a breath here, feeling that elongation through your spinal column, feeling your heart softening toward the earth. And then slowly walk the hands back here toward the knees and sit to the side. We're going to stretch our legs forward back into Dandasana, into staff pose for our final posture, our final restorative yin posture. It's going to be caterpillar. So you want to reach your heels forward. Toes come back towards you here. And you may want to have your bolster or pillows just resting on top of the legs. And have your hands by the sides here. Inhale, rise tall through the spine. And then exhale, walk the hands forward, step by step. And we're just going to gently let the upper body rest here toward the toes or toward the bolster, toward the upper legs. We're going to hang out here for a couple of minutes in the caterpillar posture. Let's stay just relaxed from the toes all the way down to the heels. Feel a softening from the shins to the calves, from the kneecaps to the flesh and the backs of our knees. Staying relaxed through the thighs, right into the femurs, into the thigh bones, into the hamstrings, right through the glutes. Now see if you can let go a little deeper through the sacral spine, through the low back. Feeling any tension or compression, breath by breath, starting to lift and release here. Feeling a letting go through the mid-spine, through the lumbar spine, through the kidneys and the adrenal glands, through the lower part, the back of the ribs. Allow for a softening into the back of the bar, back of the lung, please. And then nice and heavy from your shoulders all the way to your fingertips. Bring awareness to the neck, to the throat, softening in. Let the head be heavy as it relaxes down deep towards the legs and towards the earth. Breathing sense of humility and surrender here in Paschimottanasana, the seated forward fold, which in yin is called the caterpillar. Caterpillar, remember, is the seed for the butterfly. There's all potential for transformation. That is transformation, life, and love, and holiness. Stay with your breath. Allow this posture to be its own beautiful meditation. Remember, it's not the body taking us into the pose, it's the pose taking us deep into our bodies. The multi-dimensional reality of what it is to be in the body. Keep your eyes closed and focus within in that internal universe of yours. Take 30 more seconds here. Silence and stillness. And let it go. Breathe on light, slow, deep breath. Completed third inhalation and exhalation here. Slowly keep the upper body nice and heavy, relaxing from the ground. Start to walk your palm hands back, step by step, from the outer edges of the thighs and then by the sides of the buttocks. And as you do, then slowly the upper body is going to naturally want to rise up here. Coming to seated. Let's inhale and sweep the arms up with the sky, palms joined together, and exhale down. Releasing any pillows or bolster here, just bouncing the knees up and down a few times, bring a little more fluid energy through the legs. And then we're going to settle down into posture for Shavasana. So if you have your pillows, you can have a pillow under your knees to bring getting some softening through the low back, or maybe having the bolster just behind the spine. So when you lie down, there's some elevation there for the upper body. You're nice and held apart and open up wide. So bring a nice distance between the legs here, toes softening up to the sides. A good distance between the arms and the side body. Palms up if that feels best. Receptive motor, palms down, grounding into receiving the energy of the earth. And once you've found a nice, comfortable position here, you feel cozy in your body, let the eyes be closed. And breathing deep. Let's come into the pranayama samavriti to enter us into our deep relaxation today. Samavriti means same fluctuations. The inhale is equal in length to the retention of breath after the inhalation, is equal in length to the exhalation, and is equal in length to the retention of breath after the exhale. So you can inhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Suspend the breath, hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend the breath again, 4, 3, 2. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. You can continue here. It feels good with the samavriti, or just come into a natural, easy breath. Settling into your body, clearly activated yang, warming, energizing, lots of dynamic. Then we settle and soften into some sweet, supported yin. Having that balance, warming, solar, cooling, balance of inhale, exhale. Allow yourself just to settle sweetly into the peace of this moment, just this moment. Breath, a sacred breath. Your body stay very relaxed in the spirit of Shavasana, a deep relaxation. Witnessing the natural breath flowing in, flowing out. Just gently when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, dive your awareness down through the legs toward your feet, your toes. You just start to wiggle the toes through space. And then begin to sway the feet and legs from side to side a few times. We're going to dive our awareness down through the arms or the hands and fingers and start to wiggle the fingers through space, waving up to the hands. Swaying the hands and arms from side to side a few times, waking up toward the shoulders. Inhale, stretch out in any way that feels good. Maybe let the eyes awaken and open up. Exhale with a sigh, settling deep down. And letting the body softly roll to one side, supporting yourself slowly up to come back into meditation posture, into Sukhasana. And sit up on a bolster or a pillow here. Feel that rise through the spine, through the relaxation, through the lower body. Let the knees be heavy towards the earth. And let the heart rise. Imagine the heart like a helium balloon rising up. We're going to bring our palms together in front of the heart space. And let's rub the hands together for a moment here. The feet and energy between the palms. And then keeping the palms together, we're going to keep our thumbs and pinky fingers together. Spread the fingers wide and then open the other 3 fingers, index and middle finger and fourth finger out, creating lotus mudra. And letting the mudra just sit in front of the heart space. Breathing deep here, listening for the sound Om, surfing the waves of the breath. Silently repeating Om as you inhale, Om as you exhale. With the lotus mudra of compassion right in front of our hearts. Breathing the Om full of compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for one another, compassion for our whole world. Let's complete by singing the Om sound once together. And as we do, let's visualize our world floating between our palms here, floating in this lotus mudra. So that as we sound the Om, the energy of that Om vibrates and fills and surrounds our world in healing. So let's take a deep inhale and exhale. Centering in. And then inhale deeply to chant the Om. Anjali, we have to take another big, beautiful breath of life and a smile. Thankful to be alive, thankful for this moment with all of its blessings, with all of its challenges. It's such a big moment for all of us. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, peace. Namaste. The bright light in me bows to and salutes the bright light in each one of you. The lights are one. I want to thank you so much for participating with me in the Breath of Life yoga series, whether you did one class, whether you did most of the classes or all of the classes. It's been such an honor for me to share with you every week. I'm feeling called now to focus energy on some beautiful projects coming up that I'll share with all of you in time. But know that I also plan to put out there classes or workshops through the Breath of Life series. This is not the end. This is a pause for now in this way. And you've deeply touched me by being part of this. So thank you. Thank you. I'm going to come in. You can unmute yourselves now.